Hey guys, it's me again. Sorry for not posting as many vlogs as I said I would this summer. I was planning on posting a few, but stuff came up and I couldn't do it. I'll still make vlogs at this channel, but for now, I'm trying something a little bit different just so I can get something out there. And hopefully you guys enjoy this. As you know, I'm a big NFL fan, and I like to think about this coming season. So, yeah, here's some predictions for this upcoming season. Without further ado, take it away, future me.
Thanks, past me. So for this video, I will be talking about the NFC South, which is the division that has the Atlanta Falcons, Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll start off by talking about the Atlanta Falcons. I think the Falcons will go 12-4. Falcons are a good team. Matt Ryan always plays at a high level. Julio Jones doesn't seem like he's going to be holding out because he's going to training camp, so he'll always dominate. Falcons' offense is really stacked. I mean, they got Ryan as the quarterback. They got Jones. They got Mohamed Sanu. And plus, they just drafted Calvin Ridley, so that should make them better. And they've also got Austin Hooper at tight end, and they have a pretty good offensive line, I think. Their defense has certainly improved. They've got some good players on their defense, like Deion Jones, and I know there are other people. I just can't really think of them. I know they lost Dontari Poe, but that shouldn't really matter with the Falcons, I don't think. The Falcons are one of the few teams in the NFL right now that actually have like an all-around good roster. So yeah, I think the Falcons go 12-4 and actually win the division. I'll get into that more when I talk about the other teams. And at 12-4, they take the 2 seed. Next up, I have the Carolina Panthers going 9-7. That is worse than they did last year, I think. I think they went 10-6 last year. I can't exactly remember. They lost Jonathan Stewart in free agency. I know they picked up C.J. Anderson from the Broncos. Plus, they also have Christian McCaffrey, who will be a viable asset in the passing game. I don't know how their defense stands right now. I assume it's meh at best. Cam Newton, I know, does a lot of groundwork by himself, and so, I mean, unless C.J. Anderson can like reproduce the season that he had last year, then I can't really see the Panthers like doing all that great. I mean, if Cam Newton like can pull out another MVP season, then the Panthers will go far. But since Cam Newton has won the MVP, he hasn't exactly been the same. I think he'll do good, but not great. Certainly not MVP status, but the Panthers go 9-7 this season and get 3rd in the division. Up next, I'm going to talk about the New Orleans Saints. I have the New Orleans Saints going 10-6. That is actually worse than they did last year. I think they'll lose a few games in the first 4 weeks when Mark Ingram is out. I know Alvin Kamara is still good, but he could suffer from the sophomore slump. I've seen a lot of sophomore running backs have that happen to them, where they have phenomenal rookie seasons, then fall off their sophomore season, like Todd Gurley. He had a great rookie season, then suffered from the sophomore slump. Thankfully, he was able to bounce back this year. I think the same will probably happen to Alvin Kamara. He'll have a drop-off year this year and then come back next year. Drew Brees, I love Drew Brees. He's a very, very good quarterback, but he is 39 now, so who knows if he can still perform at a high level. I think he can. I think he will. I'm sure the Saints' defense will do better, but since it's a harder schedule this year for the Saints, and they probably still haven't gotten over losing to the Vikings in the divisional round, it'll hurt their team, and then they'll go 10-6, and can't believe I'm going to say this, miss the playoffs. Sorry, Saints fans. If you think that I was taking the Saints and Panthers a little bit too harshly. Wait until you hear my prediction for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 1-15. Now allow me to explain myself. Mike Evans is a really good receiver, but he's one of those receivers who's only good if someone is throwing him the ball. And his best seasons came in 2015 and 2016 when Jameis Winston was still playing good. And now that Winston is suspended for the first 4 games, he's going to have Ryan Fitzpatrick throwing him the ball. And Ryan Fitzpatrick isn't terrible, but he's certainly not like starting quarterback worthy. I think that Jameis Winston is probably not going to last in Tampa Bay. This is probably going to be his last year. Tampa Bay's defense is still not good at all. Vernon Hargreaves hasn't really performed at all. Levante David, still good. Quan Alexander, good, but their secondary is really what's going to cost them the games. So, I mean, if you look at the Buccaneers defense, besides their secondary, you would think that they would be at least in the top 10. And I think all the drama between Winston and, everything going around the Buccaneers is going to limit them to only 1 win. That 1 win is probably going to go against the Saints and later in the season. Wait, do the Saints and Buccaneers play each other in Week 17? I'm going to look that up. No, they actually, the Saints and Buccaneers play in Tampa Bay on December 9th, which is Week 13, I think. I think that'll be the only game that the Buccaneers win. So yeah, Buccaneers go 1-15. Get the first overall pick. Maybe they can draft a new quarterback. I don't know. So to wrap up the video, I have the Falcons going 12-4, Panthers going 9-7, Saints going 10-6, and Buccaneers going 1-15. Obviously, the Falcons win the division. They get the 2nd seed. I don't know how they're going to do in the playoffs, but I think they're definitely going to win the division. Did I say something that was incorrect? Did I say something that you didn't agree with? I probably did, because Buccaneers fans are going to trash me in the comments. If there are any out there, I don't know. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your predictions in the comments below, and I will see you guys later. Alright, peace out.